This video is for twin flames and soulmates. I'm using the African American tarot deck, and I'm also using Black Moon Astrology card deck. This is for people who just need guidance in regards to their, situation and soulmate or twin flame. I will say as a disclaimer that this is not an easy yes or no reading, okay? These are complex relationships, so the reading itself, though it will be quick, is going to be complex. It's not going to be a perfect, easy yes or no answer. This is definitely for people who want to hear the truth, and for people who are willing to hear if something is a challenge to their relationship, what they can do to hopefully fix the challenge, okay? So first up is going to be the Seven of Pentacles. So if you pick the Seven of Pentacles as your anchor card, you're a little frustrated right now. All right, because it seems like a lot of what you're trying to do is just not coming to, is not working out as planned. When you see Pentacles, we're putting a lot of work into something. You want things to materialize. You want things to be better. But what you're seeing right now is that, you feel like you're doing a lot of things in vain. It's not for lack of effort. You're trying really hard, or in some cases even could be the other person is trying very hard, but for some reason things are just not materializing. The relationship, the foundation is not really being built. Now, I also pulled an astrology card to get some ideas of what energy is around this situation. We have the third house. Third house deals with communication and messages. So you guys might not necessarily be in a relationship right now. This could be some of you who are more in communication with the person, or lack of communication is happening as well. It could be that, since we're seeing this frustration here. And so the energy around you is just like, or you're in communication, but you want to see this person, or you want to see them more. Or you're not actually physically in the same place for some reason. The last card for this set is going to be, what's a possible outcome and what can you do about it? So we have the Devil card. So for some of you, you might find out something you don't really like. For some of you, you might feel this person is not being authentic. For some of you, you might uncover the truth. For some of you, and it doesn't always have to mean this person is involved with another person, though it could also mean that this person isn't what you thought they were, and you're starting to see some of their true colors, because now you're like, wait, I've done everything I can do, but I'm seeing this person might not be pulling their weight. This person isn't putting the same effort in, so maybe everything they told me, all the communication, is not really the truth. Okay, or maybe this person is just saying things to keep me around, but are they really true to their word? So this is a potential situation that's happening for some of you that chose this card. Now, the next one I have, High Priestess. Intuition. So some of you feel something's not right. Some of you, your intuition is kicking in. You feel like something is off. You might not even be sure if you can trust your own intuition. This person might have you questioning yourself, if you should actually, go on what you feel, or what this person's telling you, or what it seems like. Okay. And so an astrology card surrounding your situation is the Seven of Pentacles. That was the last reading. 7th house, partners, astrology. So you actually might be in a relationship with this person. Some of you might be more in a relationship situation with this person, whereas the first reading that I did, I feel like these people were kind of separated. These people weren't in a relationship, or they broke up or something. And so here it's like partners. There is maybe some partnership with you and this person. Now, what is a possible outcome? Is it a challenge? Is it something rewarding? We have the Three of Swords. So this is like heartache. This is like sorrow. This is like sadness. Okay, and so one thing that you do have to think about here is, whatever you're feeling about this person, you need to trust your intuition. You're not trusting yourself right now. You're trusting them more than you trust your own self. And so you might have some sorrow to work through. You might want to actually start, doing the work, doing the investigation. Like, if you're trusting your feelings or not trusting your feelings, you actually have to start looking at this person more, how would I say, more, with more intent. You might have to really dig a little bit deeper. You might have to understand that sometimes we don't listen to our intuition because it's not telling us what we want to hear. And again, my readings are for people who want to hear what the energy is saying. I am not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you what the cards are saying and what the energy currently is around a situation. And so there could be some sorrow or some sadness, some separation on the horizon if you don't work through the situation. So before it happens, I would definitely, protect yourself. Understand that, this person might not be ideal for you, or you might go through a breakup or a separation or something of that nature, and that's sometimes that's what needed for a partnership to come back together and realize that There's nothing else out there for them, but there is some conflict happening with that situation. The next one was, sorry y'all, the next one was Five of Swords. All right, some of you feel defeated in your soulmate situation. Like, you literally, this person might have put you through a lot, and you just are kind of maybe even being like, I'm over love, over everything, but I'm not over this person. Okay, so some of you, it's really a situation of despair. You know, swords deal with our mindset. So this person has kind of probably like really left you in a very devastating state. And the astrology card around that is the 5th house of creativity. So the 5th house is the 5th house of fun. Somebody just wants to have fun. Okay? And, you know, the 5th house is of creativity. The 5th house includes children, dating, and romance for sure. So dating, a lot of partners. Remember, it's fun. The 7th house is of partnership. The 5th house is of fun. And so this person is kind of maybe not serious, wasn't serious in a relationship, or you were uncertain of whether they were or not. There may be some games being played, or maybe, you know, even if they weren't seeing someone else, they just maybe weren't as committed as you. What's a possible outcome here? We have, sorry, that is the opposite. We have the Queen of Pentacles. For some of you soulmates, you might get back together. You're going to need each other. Queen of Pentacles, she has a lot of resources. She has a lot to give. You know, she's very practical. She saves her money. She saves things. So one of you is going to need the other person, and that might be what brings you guys back together. There's going to be some pulling together of resources in some way. All right, so now I'm switching over to our twin flame. So as we know, you can have many soulmates, but only one twin flame. So what's going on with these twin flame situations? Okay, so right off the bat, we had the Four of Wands upside down. That means a union is not complete. For some of you twin flames, yes, you might know this is a person, or they might know, but there's something not complete in your union. You might not even be in a relationship at this point in time. Four of Wands usually means completion. It's in reverse. Okay, for some of you, it's just a separation. Things are not, you know, at the place where you'd want them to. There's not a union. There's not a relationship at this point in time for some of you. The astrology card around your situation is, interestingly enough, 4th house. All right, the 4th house, your roots, your foundations, your family. So somebody, you know, either you're really linked to this person through background, similar upbringing, same town you were from or something like that. Also can be like somebody wants a family. You know, especially when I see Four of Wands, sometimes the Four of Wands can indicate marriage. And so here with some of this energy is like maybe one of you wants this. You want this, you know, perfect life, or you want this relationship to bloom into a family dynamic. You know, you want a family, you want to be together, you want to have all of that, you know, all of those, you know, feelings associated with feeling that you are supported and you have somebody there for you. Now, the card, I told you, I shuffled all of this, and we have another 4. Somebody is more into themselves, probably your twin flame. More than 4s always have to do with the self, okay? In tarot, the self. And so this person is more into themselves. I mean, we now have the 4 of Swords upside down, seclusion. So the seclusion that they're going through, that you're going through, it's not necessarily beneficial. You know, when I see the 4 of Swords, sometimes somebody does have to be on their own in order to figure things out mentally. But the 4 of Swords upside down, you know, outcome is like you might have to bring this person out of themselves. They might be depressed. There could be some underlying issues that it's not you, it really is them. And so though you may really want this person, there are some things that they're going through that makes it very hard for them to, you know, be in this union with you. Sometimes you have to wait for people to get their lives together or themselves together for you to actually be in a relationship with them where it will actually work out. All right, next, twin flames. What's going on? Okay, we had the World card. So some of you, I mean, you actually might even be in a union of some type of strong connection. The World card, you guys have gone through a lot together, a lot of cycles together. So for some of you, it could be like you're almost about to be maybe, you know, either departing or saying like, hey, we've been through as much as we can together. I don't know if we can do this again, or maybe in some type of serious relationship, commitment, engagement, marriage, something like that. But the World card is when you have encompassed everything. You have gone through everything that you could possibly go through. An astrology card around that though, is the 11th house of associations and friends and wishes. And so there's a friendship dynamic to your union as well. I feel like for some of you, maybe, like I said before, for some of you could be something coming to a head. For like you meaning like, you know, it's over or it's beginning to be something more strong. But for some of you could be maybe you've made the decision to just be friends. Even if that's a hurtful dynamic to you to be just friends, maybe you mutually have decided like that's what you're going to do. All right. Right now we have the Knight of Pentacles, and he's upside down. He's in reverse. So Knight of Pentacles is about people who have responsibility, people who have an obligation, and this is upside down. And so I do think for some of you, this could mean like you've decided that you're always going to be in each other's life. But right now is not the best time to be in a relationship. Knight of Pentacles, he's upside down. He's kind of releasing some of his obligations. You know, he's not as predictable. He's not as responsible. So that could mean like the relationship is kind of moving on past being in an actual relationship. If it's you being in a union with this person, it could be some issues on the horizon of this person not being reliable. All right. So next we have, I just want to make sure because I have them like in order and then they like just, okay. We have the Moon card. All right, your feelings. Okay, so this is for people like you actually have, you know, there's a period of time you're going through. You're not really sure what to make of the situation. You might be going through a lot within the dark. You know, you're trying to trust your feelings. You're really not sure what to feel. The tarot, not the tarot, I'm sorry. The astrology energy around the situation though is the 10th house, the world. And so the 10th house indicates, you know, it's similar in a way to some of the tarot cards, but this in a sense is more so about money. The 10th house is career, it's money, it's reputation. Okay, so whoever, you know, whatever your situation is with this person, like they're more concerned, or you might be more concerned with money, career, getting yourself situated before you worried about this twin flame situation. So it's almost like there's a disconnect there. Okay. Now, a card that is surrounding the situation is we have the Justice card in reverse. One of you feels wronged. One of you feels like somebody has not made a really fair, balanced decision. It's probably you. You feel this person is not being fair to you. You feel like this person is not, you know, you want them. They might want their career, right? And so we're also seeing here, yeah, y'all are going through a period of separation. You're going through a period where you're maybe questioning a lot of your feelings for each other. All right. And so we do see this Justice card here, but I would say for you, also try to see their point of view, especially if they're working on something else in their life that's going to make them more stable. I would try to see it through their point of view. Okay. All right. So that was the reading. For our twin flames and our soulmates. If you like the reading, please hit the like button. Thank you.